everyone. This video discussion is going to be on the matter of filing dates for business tax returns. Many new business owners tend to ask the question, what is the filing date or the latest filing date for their business tax return? Well, the tax return due date will depend on the type of business structure you are set up as. There are 6 different types of business structures. There is the sole proprietorship, the partnership, the single member LLC, the multi-member LLC, the C corporation, and the S corporation. Depending upon which type your business is structured as, will determine the filing date of the business tax return. So let's talk about the sole proprietorship. With a sole proprietorship, or as a sole proprietorship, the Form Schedule C is completed and included with your Form 1040. As a sole proprietorship is an extension of the person running the business, your due date would be April 15th, because that is the date that the Form 1040 is due. If you happen to file an extension by using Form 4868, your tax return will not be due until October 15th. Please note that filing an extension, Form 4868, does not grant you the extension of time to pay any taxes that are due. It just grants you an extension of time to file the paperwork. Now, in some cases, the IRS will grant a taxpayer an extension of time to pay taxes. But in order to do this, that individual will need to complete a Form 1127, which is an application to apply for an extension of time to pay due to a hardship. Again, that's the Form 1127. That's the application that you would complete if you want to request an extension of time to pay taxes due to a hardship. Next, there is the partnership business type. Partnership returns are reported on Form 1065. The Form 1065 is an informational return. The partners of the business receive a Schedule K1 from the business, which will show any income or loss from the business. The Schedule K1 information is reported on the Form 1040. Therefore, the filing due date for a Form 1065 is normally April 15th. If an extension is filed for the Form 1065 by using Form 7004, you will have 6 months to submit the paperwork, which will be October 15th. The next business structure type, single member LLC. A single member LLC is treated the same as a sole proprietorship in the sense of tax reporting. You will report your tax return, or your tax return is due on April 15th unless you file an extension using the form 4868, which gives you until October 15th. Next, there is the multi-member LLC. The multi-member LLC is treated as a partnership in return or in relation to the tax due date or the tax return due date, which means that April 15th is the due date of the return unless you file an extension using form 4868, and then you will have until October 15th. As for the C corporation, the tax return filing due date for a C corporation is the 15th day of the third month following the close of the tax year. Again, for a C corporation, which uses Form 1120, your tax return due date is the 15th day of the third month following the close of your business year. Now, the close of your business year does not necessarily have to be December 31st. It can be a different date. This will depend on if you selected the accounting method as a fiscal year or a calendar year. Now, granted, the calendar year is just what it sounds like. It's the calendar year, January 1st through December 31st. But your fiscal year can start in any month. It just depends on what you have chosen as your accounting method year. For more information regarding accounting methods, you can refer to the IRS publication 538. This should give you a broader understanding of the fiscal year reporting period and the calendar year reporting period. As for an extension for the Form 1120, you would use the IRS Form 7004. And again, the extension period is 6 months. Next, we have the S corporation, which is actually an election that is made by a business. Generally, S corporations have to report on the calendar year basis, January 1st through December 31st. And the due date of the tax return is April 15th, unless an extension is filed. And you would use IRS Form 7004 to apply for the extension for the S corporation. The tax return form that is used for an S corporation is the 1120S. Now let me just recap what I've stated in this video. There are 6 business structure types: sole proprietorship, partnership, single member LLC, multi-member LLC, C corporation, and an S corporation. For the sole proprietorship and the single member LLC, due dates, April 15th, unless an extension is filed. Then you have until October 15th. For partnerships and multi-member LLCs, April 15th, unless you apply for an extension. The C corporation, the 15th day of the 3rd month following the close of your tax year. S corporation, April 15th, unless you've applied for an extension, which will take you until October 15th. This concludes the discussion relating to the due dates of the business tax returns. But before I go, I would like to mention that I do have a website that you might find beneficial, and my website address is www.audiotaxhelp.com. That's www.audiotaxhelp.com. Note that I am also an expert on a reputable Q&A site. If you Google tax.appeal.168, you will see links to many questions that I have answered for taxpayers. Well, I thank you for listening. I hope that you find my video series to be beneficial to you. And as always, my goal is to help you make your life a little less